can the government charge people with treason for watching a video? How can the government accuse people of subversion for watching peaceful protests in the Middle East and North Africa? How can the government continue to beat up its own people, to intimidate its own citizens?
And reprimanding and denouncing the regime of Mugabe. It is high time that the people of Zimbabwe, with our solidarity of course, stop being so fearful and take the action against this dictator. There is nothing that we can do here in South Africa without their direction.
People of Africa, concerned citizens around the world, we have come here again today to denounce the policies and the actions of the government of Zimbabwe. We have come here again today to raise awareness of the gross human rights abuses, of the atmosphere of intimidation that is being perpetrated by the government of Zimbabwe. It is time for us to continue to increase our voices and act in solidarity. NGOs coming together, human rights activists coming together, civil society organizations coming together to call on our governments, those in SADC, those in Africa, and those around the world to condemn what's happening in Zimbabwe. The time for action is now. I think we have spoken too much. I think we have negotiated for long, and I think the time to act is now. How can you charge people with treason for simply watching videos? How can you arrest and detain people and inform them of the charges a few minutes before they appear in court? I think we can say now that enough is enough.
It's high time we should go beyond party politics and concentrate on the masses gaining power, and women are part and parcel of the liberation struggle, and we are saying to women and our sisters from South Africa, Swaziland, wherever in the region, please join hands with us, the women of Zimbabwe. We are in trouble.
Viva International Worker Solidarity! Viva! Viva! Nothing like reality for making us think carefully about what we do. And although it's important to recognise that mass action literally moved mountains in the north of our continent and to its west, to its east, but those mass movements, comrades, were not spontaneous uprisings. They were built through the careful and cautious work of building organisation on the ground, comrades. And the situation in Zimbabwe at the moment is not immediately applicable to what's been going on in those states. But that doesn't mean to say that mass action does not remain the way forward. Clearly it does, comrades. And the way to get rid of Mugabe is to rebuild the mass movement in Zimbabwe.
Start moving. Can we all gather behind this banner? Can the banner start moving up the road, please? And handed a memorandum to the Gauteng legislature, asking them to ask our government to act. is to make sure that we make our voices as loud as possible. That the suffering of the people of Zimbabwe is our suffering. There will be no democracy in South Africa or Southern Africa unless the people of Zimbabwe and other people throughout the continent are able to express themselves freely.
We've got Sipon from the Zimbabwe Solidarity Forum.
Amandla! Amandla! Viva the people of Zimbabwe, viva! Viva! Viva the people of Zimbabwe, viva! Viva! Viva the activists who are in jail now, viva! Viva! Makabad, the Zimbabwe Solidarity Forum has always been a very active part in the struggle against the Mugabe regime. So we are pledging today that we are going to do the same. We are not going to leave the struggle up until Mugabe is gone. Mugabe must go. Mugabe must go. Mugabe must go. That's all that we have in our minds. Mugabe must go. And this is the time for Mugabe to go. He is old enough. He is old enough. It seems to me he's got an agreement with God, because he said God is going to remove him. So we must ask this God to remove him now. Otherwise we are going to remove him. Mugabe must go.
On the 13th of February, a group of 38 community service organisations issued a statement in Zimbabwe condemning the violence unleashed by the ruling ZANU-PF party cadres, which included beatings and displacement of certain communities. They also lamented the detention of their leaders and the raiding of their offices, the abduction of civil society activists, the burning of newspapers, the looting of foreign-owned shops, and the invasion of property. Less than a week later, 45 activists were arrested at the Labour Law Centre in Harare and whisked off to the Central Prison, after the authorities had accused them of trying to incite protests similar to those that led to the downfall of regimes in Tunisia and Egypt. A few days later, they were charged with treason, a charge which carries a possible death sentence. The accused were allegedly watching video footage of the protests that led to the removal of the presidents of Tunisia and Egypt. Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe, like his Egyptian counterpart, has ruled the country since 1981 and has used violence in the past to silence any opposition. We say to you, sir, we need you to tell the Zimbabwean government that it's absolutely ridiculous that watching televised coverage of pro-democracy protests should invite accusations of treason. We believe these actions are symptomatic of a regime that has been accustomed to act with impunity. We believe that this action clearly shows that Mugabe's control needs to be addressed as a matter of urgency by our own government and our own ruling party. It is simply not enough to state a new constitution should be presently being negotiated, be put into place before elections happen. We would like to see the diplomacy of our own government be carried out in the open and not behind closed doors. Could you please say something to us, sir?
I accept this on behalf of the members of the legislature, and we will send it the way it's supposed to be sent. Thank you.
From Cape to Cairo, Morocco to Madagascar. From Cape to Cairo, Morocco to Madagascar. Tanzania, Jolly.